Welcome to Greater Good Radio Hawaii, where leaders inspire leaders. Greater Good Radio Hawaii is dedicated to social entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Evan Leong, and with me is my co-host, Carrie Leong.
Today's guest is Chad Karasaki, Managing Director of Marsh in Hawaii. Chad has overseen the successful payment of more than $50 million for Hurricane Iniki claims as state head of the world's leading insurance broker and strategic risk advisor. Outside the insurance industry, he staunchly supports various community organizations, including Aloha United Way. Please welcome to Greater Good Radio, Chad Karasaki. Welcome to our show, Chad.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us about Marsh?
Sure. Marsh is a Fortune 500 company, publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. We're the largest risk management brokerage and consulting firm worldwide. We've been in Hawaii since 1972. Our firm acquired a local agency called Ackerman Chillingworth, which was founded by a gentleman named Mert Chillingworth here locally, and we've been in operation here for over 30 years. So although we are a national firm, we really consider ourselves a Kamaiana company.
When did you get involved in the company and actually lead the Hawaii division?
I joined Marsh in 1986 in the Portland, Oregon office, and I just assumed the head of office here in Hawaii 3 years ago. But I moved to Hawaii in June of 1990, so I've been home for 17 years now.
Did you start the Hawaii office, or had it already been here?
No, it had been here since 1972. So it was well on its way by the time I got here.
So when you were living in Portland and then you moved back to Hawaii, what were you doing within that time?
I went to college at the University of Portland, graduated from high school in 1980 from St. Joseph's in Hilo. Went to the University of Portland, graduated in 84, started working at Marsh in 86 in the Portland office.
Okay, but you said that you went from Portland, you moved from Portland to Hawaii, and then just 3 years ago you joined Marsh. So
no, actually I came back in 1990 with Marsh, worked at the firm until now, but it took that long to
you moved up.
Yes, okay. Started at the bottom. Worked my way up, outlasted everybody.
That's the only company that you've been with then, right, Marsh?
I had a couple of other jobs from, 84 to 86 before I joined Marsh, but ostensibly it's been my entire career.
Right. What makes you stay with the company so long?
It's a great organization. It's a leader in the industry. They've been very fair to me, my family, and we have great benefit programs. So it's been something that although I have the benefit of being with the firm for 21 years now. It's the miracle of compound interest, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Can you tell us about your climb to the top, though? What prepared you, the steps that happened in order for you to lead, and was that your ultimate goal?
I think, at least for me personally, whenever you start something, you want to try to do the best you can. I don't think from the very beginning I thought that I would be leading the organization, only because I was brand new to Hawaii and it was a well-established brand and I didn't know anybody. So I think it was just a matter of showing up every day, working hard, doing the best you can. And as one of my early mentors told me when I was starting off, the cream rises. And I think that just a lot of hard work and good support and a lot of great mentoring helped a lot.
So who would you consider as your primary mentor?
Well, Mert Chillingworth, the gentleman that founded the firm, brought me back to Hawaii. Even while I was working in the Oregon office, every time I came home for vacations or anything, I'd go bother him in the office. And, he always had an open door for me and told me when I was ready to come back, he'd bring me back. And when I was ready to come back, sure enough, he was a man of his word and he brought me back. And, he has taught me, I think, from the standpoint of anyone I've ever known in business, that, the more you give, the more you get. Because Mert Chillingworth is probably the most generous person I've ever seen, as far as someone I think that understands that, you can only have so much. And then part of what you get in life is giving to others. And Mert was so generous in that way. And he continues to this day to be. He retired in 1992. He still comes into the office a couple times a week, and we cherish his guidance and friendship to this day. He's got to be 76 years old now.
So did he actually sit you down and tell you these things, or you just watched his example?
Yeah, Mert's not the kind of guy to really sit you down and give you long pep talks or anything like that, but it was just more watching him, watching how he interacted with people and how he treated everyone from the receptionist up through the senior executives, really in the same way, with fairness and equity, and he always made sure that he let you know how important you were to the company.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more on Greater Good Radio.